Good morning and welcome to Johnny B. Wiley Stadium for this morning's game between Albion, the Purple Eagles, and Maritime, the Falcons. I'm Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince. Heidi Gunther is here as well. Tom, interesting matchup today. You take a look at the teams as they warm up here. Maritime, they got a lot of big guys on that offensive line. They seem to have a pretty good edge in the size department.
Well, both teams are going to run the ball today. We know that, right? And to run the ball and run the ball effectively, what do you have to do? You've got to win the trenches. So that's going to be the first area we're going to look early in this game is the trench play of both teams. And I'll tell you what we talk about this often right here, especially with Maritime, is I really believe they've been underrated this season. They really have. And only reason they've been underrated is they have go 0-2 to start off the season against possibly two of the top four teams in Western New York is what they went against.
Well, you and I saw them against Canisius, and you had pointed out correctly at that time that that would be a rough day for them, but it would pay off down the road, and it certainly has. Albion comes in unbeaten, so it's an interesting matchup in that sense, and Maritime has really turned it around and, just like you said, would compete for the division title.
Yeah, let's talk about Albion's games right now. So they start off the season with a 54-2 win over Roy Hart. Then they go to Maryvale, win 22-7. Then go to Wilson, wins 42-16. Their game has been canceled with Lewiston Porter. Then they go to Burgard, win 28-8, and then win 16-14 versus Cheektowaga.
So there's your unbeaten Albion Purple Eagles.
And then flip it for the Maritime team. First week lost to Bennett 16-0. And remember, in that game, 16-0, and only one drive did Bennett score on offensively, and that was the very first drive of the game.
So that score a little bit misleading.
Well, it's still only 16-0. They only gave up one other touchdown, and that was to a special teams touchdown right there. And I'll tell you, we're going to talk about one of the best special teamers here in Western New York is going to be out here on the field today in Addison Copeland, who will be off to Pitt, it looks like, in January.
Well, he missed a couple of games with an injury, and he is back today and expected to be at full strength.
Yeah, he was back in the last game against Cheektowaga, but it is one of the most electrifying players when you see when that ball's kicked to him, anything could happen. He could take it right to the house. But to finish out the games, they beat Burgard 54-0. Beat Roy Hart 50-8, beat Cheektowaga 24-7, and beat Maryvale 30-8. Now brings us Albion, and then they got Lewiston Porter, and then we're off to the playoffs right there.
As it turns out, right now it's a perfect day for a football game. It was pouring this morning, and we were kind of wondering what it was going to be like. Like it was last night at Depew, it poured. And then they got the game in, and now maybe the worst of the rain is over.
Don't say that. Knock on wood somewhere for me still.
All right. Well, the captains are headed out to midfield for the coin toss. The officials for today's game, Mike Binkowski is the referee, Joe Argentieri is the umpire, Steve Bell the linesman, the line judge is Bill Smith, and the back judge is Joshua Huber. So a experienced crew will handle this game, and we'll see what happens here on the toss of the coin.
So we're going to talk about some players of the game for Albion. No doubt, watch out for Amari Jones. He's going to be one of their top rushers. Also, we talked about Shaquay Riley, one of their top players, will not be playing in this game. Unfortunately, he's got an injury right now to that ankle. I think it was a fractured ankle that we had heard, which is a shame. He's been an electric player this season. We've talked about him many times on our Western New York High School Sports Show. He has been a player where his numbers have been there week after week. Could be a big loss right there for Albion.
Well,
but to finish off, like I said, Amari Jones, you'll see him passing the ball. You'll see him rushing the ball, right? You'll also see Jacob Houston rushing the ball right there. And then receiving, Houston Jones, Javon Jones will be one of the biggest targets right there for Albion.
And Jones is Amari Jones's brother.
And then on the flip side, for Maritime, we already talked about what Addison Copeland can bring on the special teams. He'll do it from the receiving perspective also. Passing-wise, Montrese Webster will be the leader right there under center. And then rushing the ball for them, you'll see it'll be Damian Littleton. he'll be leading the way, rushing the ball for Western New York Maritime. So this is, again, a big game. You're trying right now to go after that #1 seed right now is what both these teams are trying to do. This is a big matchup. It's what brings us here today.
And Albion will receive the opening kickoff. Back deep, Tyler Gibson and Javon Jones. So Albion will be attacking the goal toward our right, which I believe is the Best Street side. And the kickoff will be going to our left. Maritime in the blue uniforms, red helmets, red numbers with white trim. Albion in the white uniforms, the purple helmets, and the purple numbers. We're just about set to go here at Johnny B. Wiley Field. One of those gems of Western New York right here in the city of Buffalo.
And as we talked about this, off air, you and I, Stu, I believe it's one of the hidden gems, both here, the football and the baseball field. Definitely not used enough. I wish we would find a way here in Western New York to build these fields up because I believe they truly could be used and help so much of our youth here in Western New York.
All right, we're just about ready to go. I couldn't agree with you more, Tom, on that one. The Falcons getting set to kick off. And we are underway. It's a short end-over-end kick. It'll bounce at about the 25 and go out of bounds at the 26. And a flag comes out. And Albion will take over 1st and 10. And they'll get good field position because of the penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 Albion. They'll move the chains on the far side. And not necessarily the way Ty Parker would have wanted this game to start.
Well, I mean, it's coming out to the 35-yard line, right? So really, what?
And of course, last night we were at Depew and for that game, and CSP with a couple of really costly penalties on that final drive. So no coach likes penalties. And let's get going here. 1st and 10 from the 35 for Albion. Jones awaits the shotgun snap, and he will hand it off, and gaining 2 or 3 yards on the handoff. And it'll be 2nd down.
And on the tackle there was number 50, David Wright on that one. We're going to be calling his name multiple times today as one of the leaders on the defense for the Maritime team.
2nd down. Called about 2nd and 9. I think he got a yard. Jones takes the snap, fakes the handoff, is going to roll to the near side, and he'll just throw it away out of bounds. He was being chased. There was no open receiver, so he just threw it away, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
It looked like it started off a little miscommunication right there is what it started off with, Stu, and then you saw he actually goes on the fly right there, tries to make something happen himself by rolling out to the outside. Just nothing was there for him, and you can just see what were there, 4 guys chasing him on that one? So you can see early on, remember we talked about that, are you going to be able to get time to do things? So far the penetration is happening for the Western New York Maritime team.
He had nowhere to go. Third down. Jones has the snap. Back to pass. He's chased and smothered. A big loss all the way back to about the 24-yard line, and it'll bring up 4th down, and Albion will punt it away.
And that was Montrese Webster right there on the stop for Maritime. So early on, defensively, Maritime looks good right now early on defensively.
What did you say before the game started about the size along the lines for both these teams?
I always go to line play. I really do. And everybody kind of, we joke around. I probably talk about it too much. But I do it for a reason. I do it because it could tell you whether a team's going to be able to run the ball or have time to pass the ball.
And the punt will go out of bounds at about the 41-yard line, and that's where Maritime will take over, 1st and 10. Addison Copeland did not get a chance to return that one. So Maritime will get its first possession. Albion goes 3 and out. Good defensive start for the Falcons.
Stu, you got some good information on Albion's coach before the game,
I was just going to bring that up. Head coach David Scripp played at Albion for Dick Domenico. Then he went to the University of Buffalo and played for Turner Gill. And now he's the head coach.
Center he played,
Yes.
and guard was it also?
I think, yes. So 1st and 10 now. Webster brings him out. He will turn around and hand it off and trying to get to the outside and getting, he looks like he's got a first down. I believe that was Damian Littleton. He's pretty close to a first down.
Yeah, Littleton, again, we talk about this with running backs. Keep those legs moving. Get through that first hit. You get through that first hit, keep those legs moving, and you can absolutely see positive things happen. That looked like it was going to be a possible run for a loss, and here it is, a 9-yard gain.
So 2nd and 1. Great effort there by Littleton. Webster hands it off, and that's a first down. Littleton gets about 2 or 3 yards. It'll be a first down for Maritime.
I actually think on the run for that was number 4, so that would be Braylon Boyd.
Braylon Boyd, yes.
Was
correct.
the one who ran that one.
So 1st and 10.
Stu, you'll see both teams use multiple running backs today. As we've seen, even when you look at the stats for both teams, the running backs, they got about 6 or 7 guys for each one. So we're going to see a couple guys run the ball today.
And there's a handoff and going around the far side, and there's a flag that comes out. A flag comes in late. That was Copeland on the run there. And we'll see what that flag is. Looks like a holding call against the Falcons, and that will bring that one back.
Stu, I always remind everybody, I think this is an important thing to remind our folks about. When you see a hold here in high school sports, in high school football, it's not necessarily right from the line of scrimmage, go 10 yards back. It's from where the actual hold took place is what happens.
So in other words, it's the spot of the foul.
Yep, it's the spot of the foul, and then 10 yards from the spot of the foul is what happens right there. And that's exactly where the starting point comes in and takes place.
So it's first down from the 47-yard line. Looks like they have to get to about the 31-yard line for a first down. And handoff and running hard, barreling forward, getting about 7 or 8 yards. Good run there. It was Littleton on the run. Damian Littleton, good hard run there. Speaking of keeping the legs moving, that's exactly what he did, and he pushed the pile.
Legs moving, pile moving, right? Everything on that one. And now you make it now a manageable second down, right? You got almost all of those penalty yards already come back to you. Now you make it a manageable second down and a chance to actually move the chains.
And Webster goes back to pass. He throws deep down the far side and caught. I believe that's Copeland on the far side. And he's inside the 10-yard line. Big gain there on the pass from Montrese Webster. So the Falcons moving the ball here on their first drive.
If Copeland gets a step on you, watch out. It could be a long day. Webster, we've talked about too. This is his second year already at the helm at quarterback. His first year, though, was under at Cleveland Hill, is where he played first. Now he's at Maritime, so he's already a 2-year starter.
First and goal for Maritime. And there's the handoff to Littleton. Breaks one tackle, goes around the outside, and dives into the end zone for the touchdown. And Maritime takes a 6-0 lead on their first drive of the ball game. The big play, the long pass to Copeland, and they overcome a penalty on the drive to take a 6-0 lead.
He absorbed that hit, too. Did you see he got hit right at the line of scrimmage, bounced off of it nicely, and then right into the end zone. Boy, right there, like I said, is to be able to run effectively like that and to be able to have the ability to make a long pass play like that, you got to look at the line. And so far, that line play for Maritime looks really good.
And they will go for 2. Webster takes the snap, hands it off, and that's Boyd, and he's got the 2-point conversion. So it's 8-0 Maritime early in the first quarter. You know, Tom, it's playing out early, just like you said. There's a big advantage up front size-wise for Maritime.
You know, I talk about this when you normally see the smaller schools, like, right, a B try to play a double A D try to play a B, right? The smaller teams always step into a conference. I will always say, can your line stand up to the other lines? Just because, listen, there's a reason they're a double A. It's not just because they're better. There's nothing to do with that. It just means they've got more kids to choose from, and a lot of those kids are bigger. That's all that it is. Not to say you don't have 1 or 2 kids that are like that, right? I am not saying that in the least. But you can see this Maritime team, as a B, stepped up to double A in one of the best teams in Western New York and really withheld their punch. And so you can see is when they come back to the Bs, the one thing you got to still look at is that same thing we talk about when they step up. Can your line play stack up to their line play?
So Maritime will kick it off. Jones and Gibson back deep. Fielded at about the 35-yard line. It's Jones still on his feet. He's all the way out, and a flag comes flying in. And he brought it out to about the 43-yard line. That flag was thrown by the official on the far side, the opposite 40. So we'll see which way this one goes.
Boy, he's got an arm to throw the flag that far.
Yes. Well, let's see. A blindside block against Albion, so the Purple Eagles will be backing up.
And that's going to be a 15-yarder right there, too. That's not a penalty. That's, just something that is small. It's something that's going to be a big hit to that starting position that really was going to be a good starting position for Albion right there.
It was a short kickoff, a good return out to about the 43, and now they're back at their own 22 or 23-yard line. Jones in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to run. He'll keep it, and he's brought down after a gain of maybe 3 yards. Well, that hole closed pretty quickly.
Yeah, and that's, what we're going to be looking at a lot today is how much time they're going to have to do anything. On that tackle there was number 27, LaShawn Braxton. The 6'1", 205-pounder was in on the tackle right there for Western New York Maritime.
So second down here for the Purple Eagles. 2 wide receivers to the near side. 1 at the top of your screen. Jones takes the snap. Hands it off to his brother, Jones, and he barrels forward. Good hard running. A flag flies. Maybe a gain of 2 yards, if that. And we'll see what this flag is in the territory of holding. So we'll see. Keep an eye on Mike Binkowski. Illegal helmet-to-helmet contact against Maritime.
That should be a 15-yarder right there. So they're going to get the yards back they had in the last penalty.
And the yardage will give them a first down.
Stu, did you actually see on that one, though, want to point this out, number 77, Tawan Hewley. Did you see how far quickly he got into that backfield? He almost was able to take the handoff. He was back in that backfield so quickly.
So now it's 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line for the Purple Eagles. 8-0 Maritime. We're in the first quarter. Jones takes the snap, goes back to pass. He throws deep down the far sideline, and it's incomplete on the far side. Looks like it was intended for Jones, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball a little bit underthrown.
Yeah, not too much, though. I'll tell you, actually, being underthrown there a little bit may have actually helped Jones come back to the ball and almost make a great play right there.
So 2nd and 10. You can see, at least on the first couple of series here, that Maritime has been able to establish a ground game, and the Falcons' defense has prevented Albion from doing just that. 2nd and 10. for the Purple Eagles from the 43-yard line. Just so you know, I can't see a clock here.
5:02.
5:02, thank you. Charlie Comerford, the Maritime AD, running the clock, one of the greatest athletes ever in Western New York. Played football and basketball at Timon and at Holy Cross. And Jones is brought down after about a 2-yard gain there, and it'll bring up third down.
This defense has just been swarming today. You can really see it. And that first one in on the tackle was Littleton right there. He's playing D-end also on the other side of the ball. Does a great job of getting penetration the first one on tackle. What I also like, though, for Amari Jones, you see him step up. Nice step up as you saw that penetration in the pocket. Almost made something happen. It's just that pocket is closing so quickly on him. But he's moving very well in the pocket to try to make something happen.
Third down here. Third about 7 for Albion. They trail 8-0. Still in the first quarter. Jones, shotgun snap. Here comes the rush. He runs on the far side and is brought down on the far side. Lost a few yards. Tried to get a throw off, but couldn't pull the trigger and was brought down for a loss on the far side, and that'll bring up fourth down, and Albion will punt it away.
And that was Copeland on the tackle on that one right there. So a big fourth down play here, and I'll tell you, now you're asking Albion's defense to step up. Got to make a stop here defensively. You definitely do not want to go down by 2 scores early or in the fourth quarter early in the game.
So Copeland back at his own 25-yard line is the deep man. And the punt will go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, so we don't get a chance to see Copeland return the kick.
And we're going to see a lot of this. Most teams will try to keep the ball away from him because 2 years ago, I was considering him one of the best special teamers, right? 2 years ago still, and now you can see he's still here doing what he is. I know if I'm kicking the ball,
I'm not kicking it to him.
I ain't kicking it to him. There ain't a chance because I know what he's capable of doing.
Ball spotted right at the Maritime 45-yard line. Falcons scored on their first drive, moving smartly down the field, running and then connecting on a big pass play from Webster to Copeland. Montrese Webster under center. And the handoff, and barreling forward and still moving and finally brought down after about a 5-yard gain is Damian Littleton. So it'll be second down. Well, you keep getting yardage like that on first down, you're going to make it a long day for that defense.
They spotted it, didn't give him the spot we thought he got right there, so it looks like it's only going to be a 3-yard gain.
And those were tough yards. Webster will hand that one off. And running for the first down, apparently awfully close to it, is Boyd. Barreling forward, and that's a first down for Maritime. You can see that their offensive line dominating the line of scrimmage.
You know, it's funny. You can't do that in the NFL or even college, right? You can't just look at offensive lines, but you really can tell early on in any game, line play, trench play, as to whether a team is really going to be able to have an effect to be able to move the ball.
Well, if you go up and down the line, it looks like every offensive lineman is bigger than the defensive lineman that they're lined up against. And there's a run. And that's another good gain on first down for Littleton. And it'll be second down. Got about 6 or 7 yards there.
So Western New York, a lot of big games left today still that's going to happen. The reason for this game to come early was because of refs and games that are there. And now we're hearing some of the games from last night will be played today as Lancaster and Clarence will be played at 6 p.m. tonight for the entire second half.
So they'll just play the second half?
Mm-hmm.
What was that, 17 to 10?
17-7.
17, Clarence or Lancaster?
Lancaster.
Lancaster. Well, there's a handoff and running hard and getting another first down, or awfully close to the first down. That's a first down, says Mike Binkowski.
It's Marquise Miller on the carry on that one.
So 1st and 10 at the Albion 32 or 33-yard line.
See, we got 40 seconds right now left inside this first quarter as we see the clock moving right here.
All right, 2nd down here for the Falcons. And it's a run to the far side. And that was one of the shortest gain of maybe a yard or 2.
Actually, Stu, I think they're going to give him 4 or 5 on this one.
All right, well, give them more than I thought on the far side. So they're, as the first quarter is winding down, that will do it for the first quarter. Maritime leads Albion 8-0. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Getting set for the second quarter here at Johnny B. Wiley Stadium. Maritime leading Albion 8-0. And it's 2nd down for the Falcons. And there's the handoff, and wow, they just can't stop them. They're pushing that pile. That might be another first down, and I believe that was Marquise Miller. So Maritime continuing to have success on the ground. Montrese Webster at quarterback. He's thrown one pass and completed it for a big gain to Aaron Copeland. Might be starting to rain a little bit as I'm seeing people putting up their rain gear. 3rd down here for the Falcons. Driving toward the scoreboard end of the field. And Webster will hand it off to Littleton, and Littleton's got some running room. He's got a first down. He's tossed back by the Purple Eagles, but he clearly had the first down as Mike Binkowski signals for the first down. He had a great push and just kept on churning.
But still, I'll tell you also, because right now Maritime effectively running the ball, they're effectively controlling the clock right now at the same time. And you can just see the...
So first down at about the 12-yard line. And Webster throws to the far side. He's got a man, but it's incomplete, overthrown, and it'll be 2nd down. Had a receiver open on the far side of the end zone. Looked like Daquan Leonard. But the ball was overthrown, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Sorry, we got a little bit of a loose wire. I apologize if you hear us breaking up a little bit. We're trying to get that fixed for us as soon as possible, but just bear with us if you hear us go in and out a little bit. It's just because we have a loose wire that we're trying to change out for everybody.
So 2nd and 10 for Maritime. And there's a pitch to the far side. Going around the corner, staying on his feet. A flag comes out, a touchdown.
Well, I saw 4 flags come out on that one.
Jameer Thomas getting the ball and the touchdown, but flags are flying. A lot of laundry on the field, so my guess is that one's definitely coming back. Looks like it's holding against Maritime. So that'll take that touchdown off the board. And the flag might help explain why it was apparently such an easy path to the end zone. So that'll back them up. It'll bring the ball all the way back to the 26-yard line. So they'll replay the down. And now Webster in the shotgun. And another flag comes out. A false start against Maritime. So the Falcons had a great drive going, and now they've taken back-to-back penalties, and the ball's on the 30-yard line.
9:50 right now left inside the second quarter.
Webster in the shotgun. And he's back to pass. He's got some time. He throws toward the end zone. Caught for the touchdown by Copeland. He was wide open. Looked like he beat Tyler Gibson. And it's a 14-0 lead for Maritime.
Tell you for now you're seeing them incorporating more and more of the pass. Watch out exactly what they're capable of doing.
So Maritime looking to add to that 14-0 lead. They will once again go for 2.
Yeah, they'll never. They don't have a kicker, so they're not. You're never going to see them kick the extra points.
Webster hands it off and going straight up the middle for the 2-point conversion. I believe that was Marquise Miller.
Littleton.
It was Littleton,
Yep.
All right. I couldn't tell if it was a 6 or a 10. So either way, it's now 16-0 Maritime. The Falcons are in complete control of this one. An impressive drive there. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Devon Grooms kicks it off, and it is picked up by Jones back at about his 10-yard line, and he's going to bring it out to about the 32-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Albion, trailing 16-0. So the Purple Eagles need some offense here. Maritime in complete control of this one from the opening kickoff. Damp Saturday morning game here at Johnny B. Wiley. The lights are on.
Very similar to last night's game, right?
Yes.
Poured before we got here, and then all of a sudden, we're able to get the game in. We're going to have, only a 10-minute halftime, right, with 3 minutes added on, so it'll be only 13 versus the normal 15 that we see at a lot of the games, or even 18.
Here's Jones back to pass, throws on the far side, caught by his brother Jones, but he's knocked down for a loss on the far side. Copeland on the tackle there. He read that one perfectly, and now it'll be 2nd and a little bit longer for Albion.
Copeland, a couple big tackles already early in this game on the defensive side of the ball, doing very well both sides of the ball. But I'll tell you, This is a Division I player, no doubt, has got great skills. And when you see what he's doing right now, passing the ball and make it that effective for your passing game, it's going to open up the run. There's so many things that this Maritime team can do because of that.
Now, in the meantime, Albion looking to find some kind of offense. The pass was completed, but it was completed for a loss. There's a throw tipped up in the air, incomplete. Somebody from Maritime got a hand on that one and knocked it down, and very quickly it's 3rd and long for Albion.
And who tipped that right there was number 20 for the Falcons, Lance Shepard, the defensive lineman, 6'1", 205-pounder right there.
So 3rd and long now for the Purple Eagles, who have struggled to move the football. Third and long. Jones takes the shotgun snap, rolls to the near side. He's under pressure, and he's brought down in the backfield for a huge loss. It'll be 4th down, and Albion will punt it away again. Great play there by the defensive lineman to bring him down. So
couldn't get the number.
That's what I was
number,
looking
right?
for.
I couldn't see. I think it was 55 is who the number was on that one.
Jazeer Fluker. And Albion will punt. Jones will punt it away from about the 2-yard line. There's the snap. The kick is away. It's a good punt on the far side. It'll bounce on the Maritime side of the field and go out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. We have a flag on the play. Let's see what that one is. Well, let's see.
So before we hear this, what a great directional kick, though. Your punter hit it right on the sideline, perfect, so it couldn't be returned and still got the yardage you needed.
Personal foul against Albion. Is that 2 flags? Personal
foul and a hold.
Wow, 2 flags against Albion. They declined the holding penalty. And they declined holding. Did they accept the personal foul?
So that's what I'm gathering. And are they gonna tack it on just at the end here? Is that what they're gonna do? Or are they gonna make them re-kick this?
Well, if they, let's see. Now Maritime is moving back. Let's see.
Did he mean that to go against Maritime?
That's what I'm starting to think.
Because he pointed both of them right at the Albion sideline, right?
That's what I thought, but it looks like that might have been one of those had to be on Maritime, apparently, because the Falcons have moved all the way back to about their own 30-yard line.
That has to be the personal foul penalty had to be against Maritime.
Yep.
So now they're re-kicking.
Okay.
So listen, it's not just us, everybody. Look at even the players and everybody's been out there definitely confused on this one, no doubt about it. So let's see what they do here. So they're obviously going to re-kick this. Coach Ty Parker looking for an explanation right now.
Well, he wants to make him kick it again.
Well, if you were going to go half the distance back to the goal, right? Okay, I could see why you were trying to make him kick it again.
They didn't have a lot to go. They were punting from, their own 2?
Well, no, yeah, but I mean, they're marking the ball, the 20-yard line, or is it the 18-yard line? So you go half the distance to the goal, that means you'd be back to the 9-yard line on that, if it's against Albion.
I can't hear what Mike Binkowski is saying. Now they're going to move the ball forward. A little unsure of exactly what's going on here. Let's say there was a holding penalty declined. Oh, I see what happened. Both penalties were apparently on
against Maritime. They both had to be on because that's why it got declined.
Otherwise,
they would have been offsetting penalties. So I think he just meant to go the other way.
Yeah.
He pointed at Albion and really needed to point at the Maritime side.
And Maritime is fortunate that those 2 penalties didn't add up to a first down for Albion. And Mike Pinkowski still talking to one of the other officials. And now they're going to back the ball up again. So now the crowd getting a little bit restless.
Wow.
So they will punt it again. This time they'll punt from about the 12-yard line. Jones will kick it away. And it's a high punt. It'll bounce at about the 41-yard line and roll out of bounds at about the 38. And guess what, Tom? There's another flag on the field. This one's at about the 45-yard line of Albion.
Stu, better watch out. Last time we heard somebody say that, it was a PA announcer, right? And he got thrown out of the game. I'm teasing there. We were talking last night before the Depew game with a bunch of their officials, and he laughed because he must have recognized me and said, oh, we'll make sure this isn't anything like the Salamanca and Fredonia game that we were at. There were 31 flags thrown that day, and the PA announcer over the flag literally had said, another flag thrown right there. And he said it, of course, over the loudspeaker. Time was stopped, and the referee actually threw the PA announcer out of the game.
Well, that looks like a hold against Maritime. And we'll
is this now going to be a first down, though?
Well, the Albion team has gone back to the sidelines. And, well, I guess
if that's a hold and that's a 10-yard, this could be a first down right now for Albion.
Well, it looks like they're spotting the ball just shy of where it would have been a first. No, it's a first down. First down. First down for Albion, so the Purple Eagles get a huge break. And they'll get the ball first and 10 at about their own 41-yard line.
I've never seen on the kickoff so many holds the opposite way. Like normally it's during the return and you get it on the return, right? You get the yards. I've never seen so many happen where you're actually getting the yards as the kicking team.
Well, it's first down for Albion after all that. Jones takes the shotgun snap, hands it off, and running up the middle and getting some good yardage close to a first down is Jacob Hewson. That might have been Albion's best play from scrimmage in the game.
No doubt, great run, right? And that's what starts to happen. You got to do is you've got to keep winning that line of scrimmage. Any hole that opens up right there, you've got to take advantage of, and Albion does it right there.
And it's a first down on the run. And they'll hand it to Hewson again, and that time there's nowhere to go, so it'll be second down. Well, the Maritime defensive line closed that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, they really did. That one was a quick hole, but that's what we're saying is you've got to attack those holes. The minute that gap opens up or that hole opens up, you've got to get to it quickly because you can see the Maritime team has been closing that hole. You know, quick. We saw it on the last set of drives there by Allen. We saw how quick those holes were closing up. Take advantage right now of these penalties is what Albion needs to do.
Just under 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter, 16-0 Maritime. Second down for Albion, and Jones is in trouble, running to the near side, and he comes to the sideline and he puts his shoulder down and collides with a Maritime defender, and another Maritime player shoves him. Number 20 from Maritime shoved him after the play was over, and the flag comes out. Lance Shepard with the extracurricular shove, and the flags fly, and I think that's going against Maritime for a personal foul. Quarterback Jones came to the near side. I couldn't tell if it was exactly a designed run or not because he'd have to throw it the other way.
He was running right there. I think you saw that Maritime got the penetration in.
It's an unsportsmanlike conduct on Jones for Albion. The penalty's offset. So I didn't see that coming. I didn't see what Jones did. I saw the Shepard shove, but I didn't see what Jones did to draw the penalty.
There was the hit first that was already, they were both out of bounds. That's where that came into play, right?
Yeah, he kind of lowered his shoulder.
Then the retaliation came in right there afterwards. Right. That's where the two came in.
Well, there were players in front of me, so I couldn't tell if he was out of bounds on the first one when he lowered his shoulder. All right, so a second down. Second down for Albion and about 6 for a first down. Now they'll change it to third down after the offsetting penalties.
Well, right.
Third down, so they each got dead ball fouls.
Because there were personal foul penalties after the play does stand right there, and then now they'll go to third down.
Jones hands it off, and getting 3, maybe 4 yards is Houston, and that'll bring up a fourth down for Albion. Already trailing 16-0, 4:24 and counting to go in the second quarter. And no doubt I shouldn't say no doubt, but it looks like their offense is staying on the field, which is not a surprise.
No, they've crossed over into the territory right here, into their opponent's territory. I think you've got to go for this. Try to make something happen right here for Albion.
The ball was never snapped. So a false start against the Purple Eagles. Mistake on the snap count, apparently.
And now I think they're going to punt it right here, Stu.
Yep.
So I think that penalty is now going to cause the punt.
So Copeland will go back to receive the kick. Javon Jones will go back to punt it away. He's kicking from his own 40-yard line. Copeland is at about his 20-yard line. So far, Copeland has not had the chance to return a kick, and he won't get a turn on that one either as the whistle blows.
False start again.
Yeah, there's a flag on the field, and so Albion will back up another 5 and then try and get the punt away. Here's the false start. And a promising, well, let's just say it's been a wacky drive.
That's good. Good verbiage right there. I'll go with it.
So now Copeland will move up to about his 25. Jones will punt from his 35. A lot of penalties in this second quarter. And the punt will go to the far side of the field and will go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And once again, they smartly kick it away from Copeland. It'll be 1st and 10 for Maritime.
Yeah, Jones has done a great job of that directional kicking, right? Making sure he's getting the full punt still, but getting it right to the sideline so that Copeland can't return that. You got to give credit to Jones right now in the punting game.
So it's 1st and 10 for Maritime at their own 25-yard line. They lead it 16-0, 3:32 to play in the first half. Albion had a lengthy possession. A lot of penalties, and unfortunately for the Purple Eagles, really went nowhere and produced no points. So Webster now under center, and he will hand it off, and coming to the near side and running hard and getting it all the way out to almost the 45-yard line is Jameer Thomas. And I don't see any flags. I do see a flag. It's holding on Maritime. And that one's coming back. And I was looking extra hard for flags and didn't see it at first, and I saw the player starting to back up, and I found the flag.
Our cameraman, Jake, helped a little bit on that one, help us out too.
Well, a lot of penalties in this quarter. The guys doing the stats are going to be busy. So
we were flying the first quarter. I mean, it was because both teams do like to run the ball. And the more you run, that clock just keeps moving. It was a very fast first quarter, slower here in the second solely due to penalties.
So 1st and long now for Maritime. And there's the handoff and getting most of the penalty yardage back and then some.
That was Littleton.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. I was waiting for him to get up. So now it'll be 2nd down. And And Maritime will come right up to the line of scrimmage. They'll hand it off to Littleton, and he'll barrel forward, and he's got a first down at about the 37, 38-yard line.
It looked like he ran into a wall of defenders right there. Looked like he was going to be stopped short. Gets it just out to the outside of that wall right there and gets the first down. Littleton, great job right there, making sure he gives everything he can to get that first down.
Well, it looks like there's a timeout on the field. Let's take a quick timeout with 2.5 to play in the half. 16-0, Maritime.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNY Immediate.
1st and 10 for Maritime, and we've got flags. And is that a false start on the Maritime quarterback? Yes. Montrese Webster looked like he pulled away without taking the snap, and it's a false start on Maritime. So they'll back up 5 yards. Albion does not want to fall any further behind. They're already down by 16. Webster will hand it off. And running hard, getting a good chunk of yardage back, is Jameer Thomas. So, be 2nd down for the Falcons. Ball's at about their own 43-yard line.
When did they take the shot to Copeland?
And we got a whistle and a flag. And another false start on Maritime. The official on the far side calling that one.
That looked like the receiver was lined up right there offsides is what it was. That was where the jump came from.
So it's one of those games where for every step forward, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. At least for a good chunk of the second quarter, both teams have been shooting themselves in the foot. 2nd down. And there's a handoff, and Albion will smother that one. Jameer Thomas had nowhere to run. And we got timeout taken by Maritime.
It looked like one of the first ones in on the tackle was number 77, Chris Porter on that one, the senior.
So another timeout on the field here. This one has been pretty much, well, the second quarter has actually been dominated by penalties, but in the play that has occurred without flags, it's been all Maritime.
Yeah, I mean, they've been able to, when you're running the ball at 8-9 chunks of yardage, right? You're going to absolutely own the time of possession and own what's happening right now in the game.
Well, Littleton scored first on a short touchdown run, and then
set up by a Copeland pass. Remember the long pass?
I was
Copeland,
that's what I was going to say. And then Copeland caught a touchdown pass from Webster. Those are the 2 touchdowns. They converted both 2-point tries, and that's all the scoring in the game. Albion has had trouble getting their offense on track. They are without Riley, number 22, in the purple jersey on the sidelines, as you can see, one of their top players who's wearing a boot on his left foot. So 3rd down for the Falcons. Webster in the shotgun. And he'll throw on the far side. It's caught, and running for, very close to the first down is Copeland. I think he's got the first down on the far side. Copeland with the catch and run. Kind of like what you'd call a quick hitter of a pass.
Yeah, send it right out to the outside. Let Copeland use his speed, his maneuverability, right? Get that first down. Gets the first down even a little bit more. Now that you got that first down, I won't be surprised you see Maritime go. Attack right here. It looks like there's, yeah, I won't be surprised. Go deep. Get Copeland in a one-on-one matchup right here. See if you can go after that touchdown.
That's what I was thinking. Jameer Thomas is at the top of your screen, split out wide. Shotgun snap. Webster back to pass. Rolling to the right, averts one rusher, throws, and it's dropped on the far side by Thomas. Incomplete, bring up second down.
Is that Thomas or was that Littleton?
I'm not really sure.
I think it was Littleton. Yeah, look, he's just right there. It's Littleton,
yeah,
who had it.
Number 6. I thought it was a 2. So it's an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up second down.
I think Stu Littleton saw some green as he was making that turn, just turned a little bit too quickly, didn't make the catch first right there, but almost could have had a big play.
2nd and 10 from the 49. Webster made a nice play to avoid the one rushing defensive lineman. Minute 15 to go, second quarter, 16-0 Maritime. Pass is thrown to the near side. Great catch there, picking it up off the ground is Jameer Thomas, and he'll get about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, the fact he even caught that and kept his knee off the ground was amazing, right? Was able to keep his hands on the ground so he didn't touch the ground and still made that catch, turned it into positive. Great job.
Well, it looks like he only got 3 yards. I thought they would spot it a little further down.
Still a positive. And Porter again on the tackle right there for Albion. Looks like it's going to be a timeout called.
Well, and the Albion bench was jumping up and down and screaming, trying to get the attention of the officials. All right, 43 seconds left in the first half. 16-0 Maritime. And as we said, Albion does not want to fall any further behind. It already looks like it's going to be a big hill for them to climb to try to get back into this one.
So a couple things, Stu, I want to see if Albion makes adjustments on. One, are we going to see any screenplays set up, right? Those screenplays, when you're seeing the penetration happen by the defensive line, could it naturally set up for some screenplays that are out there to be able to help Albion out? Or are we going to see some pitches? Try to get your players past the line, right? Pitch it out past the line to try to get them to the outside to be able to try to make some good runs. So what adjustments are they going to make to be able to try to open up that run game a little bit that they're going to need in the second half?
No, they have to find some way to get some offense. And a third down coming up for Maritime at their own 46-yard line. 3rd and 7, looking for the Albion 39-yard line. Webster goes back into the shotgun formation. Feels like a light rain falling. Flags fly. Webster throws, and it's caught on the near side, and Littleton is knocked out of bounds, but let's see what the flags are. A false start against Maritime. That's about the 3rd false start on this drive.
On this drive
maybe
alone.
the 4th.
Right, yeah.
So that one will come back.
39 seconds right here. So, you know, 3rd down, you're going to need to take a couple shots here just from the perspective of time, not necessarily of trying to get a first down. You don't have much time left in this game, or in this half, not in the game.
3rd down. Ball spotted back at the Maritime 49-yard line. And the Falcons come out of the huddle. And Webster will stay in the shotgun. Webster back to pass, running toward the near side. He throws deep down the field and tipped and almost caught. Great effort there by Thomas, but he couldn't haul it in. And it's an incomplete pass, and that will bring up 4th down.
.31 seconds, right? 4th down, so really you got to have a play. You know they're going to go to the air right here. that's probably been the only real negative to the last couple passes to is it stopped the clock.
And honestly, that only benefits Albion, really, because Maritime's got the lead. They've got control of the game. And they've had a couple of incomplete passes. So Thomas stays in the shotgun. 4th and long. They're looking for the Albion 39-yard line for the first down. Thomas back to pass, under pressure. He throws. It's caught. And barreling forward is Littleton. It looks like he's got the first down depending on the spot. Somebody got a hand on his ankles and tripped him up, or it would have been a much bigger gain.
Timeout called by Maritime.
Timeout Maritime. And I believe that's a first down, but I haven't seen a signal. And I haven't seen the ball spotted. Did you see a first down signal at all?
I haven't yet. They haven't, and you see chains haven't moved, no signal at all yet.
It looks like the ball's right where it needed to be for the first down. It's awfully close. It's the final timeout for Maritime.
So, no, it looks like it's going to be short.
I haven't seen one way or the other.
Well, look at, they've got the 4th down up right at the marker. See it?
Yes, but
they're going to measure.
Here comes the measurement.
Now they're going to measure.
Yeah. It's awfully close. It looked like they had to get to the 39. The ball is spotted close to the 39. Let's see. It's awfully close. They'll stretch out the chains. First down, Maritime. They just got it. And the Falcons will keep possession of the ball. 21 seconds left in the half. They lead 16-0. So maybe whoever it was from Albion who got their hands on the receiver prevented a touchdown but couldn't stop him for the first down. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 39 for Maritime. They've had success running the ball and throwing the ball today. 21 seconds left in the half. 16-0 Maritime. They're looking to add more points before halftime. Littleton in the backfield with Webster. Maritime has no timeouts left. And Webster looks to throw, rolls to the near side, throws deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. And no flags, although the Maritime wide receiver would have liked one. It's incomplete. Bring up 2nd down with 12 seconds left.
I actually thought that was good coverage right there. That was good coverage. That was number 21, Dallas Ecker right there, the defensive back. Did not touch the receiver. There were no contact. Hands were up in the air. Make sure it was tough to see. I actually thought it was good job defensively there by Ecker.
Looking for Zaki Taylor in the end zone there. 12 seconds remaining in the half. Thomas goes in motion. Webster throws incomplete. Intended for Marquise Miller, and it'll bring up 3rd down with just 8 seconds left in the half. And Miller would have had to made a fabulous play to get into the end zone from there if he was able to catch it, because there are a lot of defenders around him.
And Maritime's no more timeouts. Though, what would have helped at least, the time would have stopped to move the chains, but they would have had to get up there very quickly to get one more play in. But 8 seconds left, not much time. I mean, we got one, maybe 2 plays, depending on what happens.
This is 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Webster Back to pass. Got some time. Throws deep toward the end zone. Intercepted by Albion's Jones. And he'll bring it out of the end zone as the half will come to an end. In essence, kind of like a Hail Mary there and an interception to end the half. Well, let's just make sure there's no flags on that play. That's going to do it for the first half. All Maritime, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, good, though, defensive stop right there by Albion. That is something positive you take into halftime. Let's see the adjustments they try to make. We talked about some of the things I thought they needed to do. Got to make some adjustments to get your running back some room to run the ball.
So at halftime, it is Maritime 16, Albion nothing, and we'll be back with the second half after this short break.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Look, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Look, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Well, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Welcome back to Johnny B. Wiley Stadium as we get set for the second half. Maritime, the Falcons leading Albion 16-0. And Maritime will get the ball to start the second half.
Bet you a lot of you tuned in and said, wait, 10 a.m.? Boy, we haven't seen a game like that. Yep, you got it. We got Saturday morning football. We're going to have another one for you later today, as we'll see Ken West take on Starpoint in a big A battle right there. For those of you who know, there'll be other games going on in Western New York. Tonight will be the finish of Lancaster and Clarence, which they're at halftime, where Lancaster leads 17-7.
So I don't see Copeland back deep to return the kickoff. It'll bounce at the 40, be picked up on the far side by one of the up men, and I believe that is Marquise Miller, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Maritime at about their own 36-yard line. So Maritime leading this one 16-0. Littleton scored the first touchdown in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Montrese Webster hit Addison Copeland for a touchdown, and they converted both two-point conversion tries.
We've got to watch that a little bit, Stu, because I've seen Maritime before move Copeland around. Sometimes you'll bring him up as one of the up men up, because they know they're not going to kick it and try to get it so he still has a chance to return the ball.
Well, he's in the game now.
Yep.
I was just curious that he wasn't one of the deep men.
And that they'll switch him when they know they're not going to kick it deep.
Webster under center. And there's the handoff, and bursting straight up the middle and getting good yardage on the far side is Thomas. He stops, gets around someone, but he might have stepped out of bounds.
He did, yeah, he stepped out of bounds.
And that's a huge gain on first down all the way down to the 26-yard line of Albion. So the Purple Eagles give up a huge play right off the bat here in the third quarter. Braylon Boyd on the run.
Yeah, that was number 4, Boyd, who takes that one right now, and it literally just missed taking the distance right there.
So now they get a short gain on first down.
And that one was Littleton on that one. But Littleton looks like he's a little banged up. Do you see that?
Yes. Webster under center. And there's the handoff to Boyd, barreling into traffic. Now comes out of it and is yanked down. Short gain there.
That's another stop right there by Porter. He has come up big defensively for Albion. We've called his name multiple times as he makes a big tackle right there to try to stop that first down. And not only stop the first down, but stop Boyd from breaking one to the outside as he was ready to turn to go to the outside.
Now Boyd goes out of the game. Looks like Thomas comes in to replace him. Third down. Just underway in the second half. Maritime leading 16-0. And the Falcons on the move once again. And there's a handoff to Thomas trying to turn the corner on the far side. He's got the first down, it looks like, and then he's out of bounds. So he did get the first down. Got around the corner a little bit and then was stopped.
He's got a trio of running backs right here, right? I mean, they're built all differently, do different things, but still, here's the one key element. They're all fast. And they all got speeds, dude. They really do.
And don't forget that offensive line is not small.
No, and listen, that's how you run the ball.
So it's a first down for Maritime at about the 15-yard line of Albion, looking to add to their 16-0 lead. And there's a handoff and going up the middle for what looks like about 5 yards. I did not see who got the ball that time.
That was Littleton on that one.
Littleton. And Maritime is going to waste no time and get right back to the line of scrimmage here on second down. And the ball is on the ground. Looks like a botched snap, but Webster was able to fall on it and recover for Maritime.
Tell you, Webster's no small guy himself.
No.
I'll tell you that, right? You know, we didn't even talk about some of his statistics right there. But he's 6'4", 240 pounds as your quarterback, and get this, he's a sophomore to boot.
Well, good luck to the rest of their opponents. How's that? As he continues to develop as a quarterback. Third down here. And there's a handoff and barreling forward. Close to another first down. I think that was Littleton.
Yep, it was. And he just fights for every yard. He really is. He's that, that back that you can just see, just attacks and really just doesn't stop, keeps those feet moving constantly.
Just a little shy of the first down here. See if Webster will take this one himself. And he does. And there's a flag that flies. And Maritime says touchdown. It is a touchdown. But that's coming back. There's a flag on the Falcons. So we had a lot of flags in the second quarter. And that is the first one, I think, here in the third quarter, so they'll have to do it again.
And I'll tell you that I think was, like you said, was a touchdown. So this not only penalty takes you back, makes a longer 4th down right here. It took away a touchdown, points on the board.
So the ball spotted at about the 9-yard line. Fourth down here. And back to pass. Webster, he throws, caught for the touchdown.
And no flags.
Yeah, don't forget that.
And that was number 2 right there.
It was Jameer Thomas.
Yep.
I couldn't tell if it was a 20. Okay, now I can see the number better, but now that makes it a 22-0 game in favor of Maritime. They used up, there's only 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter on that drive. They used up a good chunk of the quarter. That's the 2nd touchdown pass for Montrese Webster on the day, 1 to Copeland and 1 to Thomas. And once again, they will try for the 2-point conversion. Webster back in the shotgun. Thomas goes in motion. And Webster will keep it himself. He'll barrel forward, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. It's a 24-0 game in favor of Maritime. 7 minutes exactly left in the 3rd quarter. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The Wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
So Maritime will kick it off after scoring to make it 24-0 here in the 3rd quarter. It's a short kick taken by one of the up men, and all the way out at the 40, and finally out of bounds. Jameek Riley, excuse me. And it's a good return and good field position for Albion on the short kick. Albion getting something positive to maybe get some offense going here in the 3rd quarter.
So let's see any adjustments, right? We talked about Albion had to make some adjustments to help because of that penetration right now. Let's see what adjustments Albion comes in after halftime here.
Jones in the shotgun. Purple Eagles down 24-0. And there's a pitch to the near side, and it's not going anywhere. It's one of the plays you had called for. Jameek Riley, they tried the pitch, but Maritime sniffed that one out, and it's stopped for a loss.
Littleton does a great job of getting access right there. Remember we said he's playing end today. Does a great job of getting back there and making that tackle. But obviously, right, they're trying to do things to get out past that penetration. There's no doubt.
Well, unfortunately for Albion, Maritime has an advantage in size, and they are a fast team. Speed everywhere. Second and long for Albion. And there's the handoff, and getting back almost to the original line of scrimmage is Jacob Hewson for the Purple Eagles.
And that was White on the right on the tackle right there. David Wright does a great job defensively there.
So now it's 3rd and about 12 for Albion. Purple Eagles looking for something they can dial up and get it to work offensively, but the Maritime defense has been stout. Maritime has scored in each quarter. Jones back to pass. He throws deep down the near side. He's got a man. Almost intercepted. Marquise Miller had that one, looked like go right through his hands, and it's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. Little bit underthrown, intended for Jones, but not quite there.
But boy, he makes a great play. You know, he saw that the whole way, was really setting up to make that interception. Great play right there. Just didn't come down with it. That was the only piece that was missing.
So Albion will punt. Jones will punt. Copeland goes back to about his 25-yard line. He has not yet had a chance to return a kick today, as they've kicked it away from him. This one he will catch on the fly, on the move. He's at the 40, at the 45, at the 50, still on his feet. And he's still on his feet. He took a couple of steps back to try to avoid a couple of tacklers, then went forward. He takes it all the way down to about the Albion 37-yard line. A great return there.
Electric.
That's
say
a great
it all
word
the time, right? He just is something. When that ball gets anywhere near him, watch out on special teams, because he could take it to the house any single play, and he shows right there exactly why he's one of the best in Western New York.
So the ball is actually spotted at the 39-yard line of Albion. 4:59 to play, third quarter, 24-0, Maritime. And the Falcons have the ball once again after Albion went 3 and out. So Webster goes under center. And he will hand it off, and running straight up the middle, and a great run by Braylon Boyd all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And Boyd has had some great carries here in the second half. Maritime comes right up to the line of scrimmage. The chain gang racing to catch up with them. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. And there's a handoff to Boyd, and he barrels forward, and he's close to another 1st down.
So we talk about it, too. When you've got a bigger line, stronger line, when do you normally really see it come to fruition? You see it even more in the second half is what you see it, just because of that bang, bang, bang that constantly happens right on that line. And you can see these gaps right now are getting bigger and bigger, and Boyd being able to find those gaps and run right through them up the gut.
And the ball bounces on the turf, and looks like Maritime will keep it. Looks like Webster might have pulled out too fast. It was a 1st down play, as Boyd had gotten the 1st down to make it 1st and goal. And they'll back it up a little bit, be 1st and goal from a little further out. That's the second time, maybe the third, that they've had a little trouble on the snap. It's about the only thing that's gone wrong for Maritime. Well, that and a number of penalties.
Flags, yeah.
Webster, ball's on the ground again.
This could be
a turnover. And this time I think Albion's got it. Albion football. So Maritime turns it over, and again there was trouble on the exchange. Elwood Hafner on the recovery for Albion. So that's about that was the 3rd time there was a problem on the exchange, and that one is a turnover. So Albion with a big stop there.
Big play right now. Now can you capitalize on it? We saw them trying to make some adjustments, had some time to throw the ball, tried getting a pitch to the outside. Obviously see them trying to make some changes. Now let's see what happens right here. See, can they finally put that drive together and get points on the board?
Now they'll start deep in their own end of the field. Jones takes the snap. He'll hand it off, and there's really no room to run there. Jacob Hewson got the handoff, but nowhere to go. 2nd down.
And on the tackle there was number 55, Jazeer Fluker. on the tackle. We've called his name a couple times today.
Well, 2nd and long now, or 2nd and 10 actually. Jones takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain. It'll bring up a 3rd down. So Albion trying some different things and not having much success because of the Maritime defense.
On the tackle right there was number 30, Naiwan Littlejohn.
Yes. So 3rd down here.
But give that Albion coaching staff credit, right? You had to make some changes, and they're trying different things. They've made changes from halftime.
Jones takes the snap, rolls to the right, going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down short of the 1st down. So Albion will be unable to do anything with the turnover. So it's 4th down. Jones will most likely punt it away.
And that was Littleton as well as Taiwan Hewley on the tackle right there to bring up the 4th down and now cause the punt. And again, you're going to get yourself good field position for either two things. You're either going to need to punt it to Copeland and have him return it, or you're going to have to direct it right towards one of these sidelines right here and make it very difficult to get, you know what I mean, that it's not going to be great field position for Maritime. See? There we go, the directional kick.
And it's going to bounce and go out of bounds at about the, let's see exactly where it went out. Well, it went out of bounds at like the 35-yard line of Albion. No return on that one. Short kick. And it'll be 1st and 10 Maritime at the Albion 35.
But do you blame them here, Stu? I mean, you have to. You have to directional kick like that just because, as you saw, they do one time, Copeland gets it, and what happens? We see him almost go all the way into the house, does a great return of, what was it,
well, that's why
25 yards.
That's why this field position is where it is.
Yeah, exactly. It was going to happen either way on that one.
So 1st and 10 for Maritime. We're in the last minute of the 3rd quarter, and they lead it 24-0. Webster will pitch it, coming to the near side. And getting some running room is Jameer Thomas. And he's brought out of bounds there.
Is there a flag?
That's what I'm wondering. Horse collar tag? No, holding. That's going against Maritime. So that one will come back.
So, Sue, what do you think? I think that we're going to see on Monday, if we talk to Coach Parker, one of the things that will happen on the side is that center quarterback exchange is going to be done how many times do you think, right? We're going to see that practiced over and over and over again. Yes. As you know, this is a big game, as we know both these teams right now battling for a first-place spot. But for the playoffs, that's something you can't have happen. You've got to make sure that you clean up, especially when you could possibly go against head-to-head again to have another great matchup with the Iroquois.
And I'm sure another thing he'll focus on is penalties. Too many of them.
Yeah.
That's kind of an every-week thing, I would imagine, for just about any team. And there's a handoff to Copeland. Copeland, and the flag comes out again. And Copeland will get knocked out of bounds after gaining 7 yards or so, but there's a flag there.
And this penalty is going to hurt because look at where the flag's thrown.
Yeah, and it's holding against Maritime. The flag's at the 42-yard line, so the penalty will be assessed from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, so this one's going to be a long first down right now. You know, we're already sitting at 1st and 15. This is going to be a 1st and 25 is where this is going to stand.
It'll take the ball all the way back to the Maritime 49-yard line. And the down marker on the far side to get a first down, it looks like they've got to get to about the 26-yard line. Long way to go. Just 7 seconds left in the quarter. They may not get this play off. And that'll do it. That'll end the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters, it's Maritime 24, Albion nothing. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Well, the teams have switched sides as we start the fourth quarter. It's first down for Maritime at their own 49-yard line, but the penalty backed them way up. Got to get to the 26-yard line of Albion for the first down. The Falcons have scored once in each quarter, and we'll see if that continues here into the fourth quarter. Webster takes that's Copeland taking the snap, and he spins forward and is gang tackled, and he'll wind up back at about the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they give him the forward progress.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him a yard or two on that. You can see where they're setting up right now. I think it's going to be a 2-yard gain.
So it'll be second down. 11.5 minutes to play, fourth quarter, 24-0. Maritime, and we got a timeout taken by Maritime. So let's take a timeout. 24-0 Maritime. You're watching high school football on Western New York.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
So after the timeout, Maritime comes back out for second down. And Webster back to pass. He throws, and it's incomplete. It bounces on the turf at about the 40-yard line. Looked like he was looking for Zaki Taylor, and it's incomplete. So I don't know if that was wide receiver went to the wrong spot, or if the quarterback threw it to a different spot, but it's an incomplete pass, one way or the other. Wonder if they'll do that direct snap to Copeland again.
Yeah, this is the deep third down. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go direct snap.
I just meant in the game.
They did earlier in the game too, didn't they? Real early in the game we saw that?
You're probably right. My memory is shot. Even in, let's see, that's my short-term memory. And here's Webster back to pass. And he's brought down at about the 50. And there's a late flag. Is that because that Albion player fell on top of him after it? Is that the flag? When he was down? The officials will have a conference. Well, let's see. Flag essentially came out as the play was ending. Or
which is
right
normally
after
a personal foul penalty,
well,
right?
That's what I was thinking. It looked like he was brought down, then an Albion player fell on top of him. Yeah, personal foul against Albion. So they'll move the ball forward.
Forward 15 will not be a first down. It'll just shorten that third down opportunity right now. It's not a first down, though, not automatic.
But it does take the ball down to the 35-yard line as the wind begins to blow a little bit here. It's damp and getting chilly, and the lights have been on all morning here at Johnny B. Wiley Stadium. Fourth down here and a much more reasonable 4th and 9. And there's the handoff, and he's awfully close to the first down. I think Jameer Thomas a little short, so Albion will take over on downs.
You know, we're hearing a lot of shouting coming from the crowd. Remember, it is not an automatic first down for a personal foul penalty. What it is in high school, there are only 4 plays that will result in automatic first downs. Roughing the passer, roughing the kicker, roughing the snapper, and roughing the holder are the only 4 plays that will get you an automatic first down.
So now Albion takes over, 1st and 10 at about their own 27-yard line. Jones back to pass. He throws on the near side, and it is intended for his brother, and it's incomplete. That was Amari Jones for Javon Jones, but the pass a little overthrown and incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was overthrown because he got hit. Give Jones credit for staying in the pocket as he was getting hit right there. Does a great job of keeping his composure and almost still making a great play right there. But you can see he got hit right as he throws the ball.
So Albion still looking for their first points of the game. Down 24-0. 10:05 to play, 4th quarter. It's been a dominant performance by Maritime. Albion fans urging their team on. Here's Jones. It gets away from one rusher, and he's not going to get, and the ball is out. Picked up by, looks like Maritime has it. Jones scrambled and got hit from behind. The ball came out. It's Maritime football, and they've got great field position down around the 15-yard line.
On that was number 25, Tariq Green, who actually got the ball right there, recovered the ball, and it's almost right where they didn't get the first down is where they're going to be taken over from. But, boy, this defense has just been swarming today. I mean, they really have attacked the ball. It's not one guy. You'll see 3 or 4 guys that are going after Jones and just making it tough for Jones. He just hasn't had the time.
Well, once again, look right at the line of scrimmage. Now Webster will go under center. And he'll hand it off to Braylon Boyd, who will try to get outside and won't be able to. And maybe he got outside for a couple of yards. Looked like at first he was going to be able to turn the corner, then that closed. He cut it upfield and got a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down.
You'd expect right now just to see almost, exclusively go to the run right now for Maritime. No need to do anything else right now, because what you want to do is you want to control that clock and just keep that thing moving right now. And especially with the way you've had so many effective runs, just keep running the ball. No, I don't think there's even a need to go to the air right now.
And I'm not expecting them to do that at all.
Now you know this will be a pass play just to prove us wrong, right?
Of course. Of course. Well, there's a handoff, and barreling forward for a couple of yards. It's Marquise Miller. And it'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you, we talk about, I do a top performances list every single week, Stu, and after this play, let's talk about that, because there's going to be a player on Albion I think we're going to hear on this list.
And there's the handoff, and into the end zone for the touchdown is Marquise Miller, and it is a 30-0 lead for Maritime. And they have now scored in every quarter.
Yeah, there we go. We talked about, like I said, a top performances list. I'll tell you who I've been very impressed with from the Albion side of the ball has been 77, Chris Porter today. We've called his name multiple times. To get on there for the defense side of the ball when I do those lists, you need to have more than 10 tackles. I'll tell you, if he doesn't, he's absolutely approaching that today.
So Maritime will go for 2. And the pitch coming to the near side. And not getting into the end zone is Jameer Thomas. So the score will stay at 30-0 for Maritime.
Jameek Riley on the stop right there, too. Big stop right there for Albion. Positive. Again, what you're trying to do is build off right now, right? Build off something positive to take you into your next game, right? And if not even your next game, just to be able to take you into the playoffs to say is, okay, what did we learn from this game? How do we get better from this game? And what do we got to do next steps to compete and be able to have a great game against Maritime if we see them again?
For your top performers, how about the Maritime offensive and defensive line?
Listen, I talk about that all the time, right? And we've talked about, I mean, even, Littleton's on that line. We've talked about Wright today, right? We've talked about 55, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on number 55, Fluker today. So you can see as multiple guys we've talked about on that line too, and absolutely this Maritime team is just tough defensively, offensively. They are a complete team.
And there is the kickoff taken by one of the up men and taken out to about the 45 and still going forward onto the Albion side of the field. The whole pile moving at once. And it'll be 1st and 10 Albion at about the Maritime 48-yard line. That might be among their best starting field position of the game.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, these are things you build off. What have you seen that you've been able to do effectively today that you carry over to other games moving forward?
It's actually at the 47-yard line.
And I'll tell you, Stu, you talk about like Maritime's considered one of the small schools in our small schools poll, right, that we do. And really, they haven't really been highly ranked. And part of the reason is just because of those first 2 games in the year. They're showing Western New York now why they're one of the top smaller schools in the area.
And had to be offside, I believe, against Maritime. Looked like number 22 came flying across the line of scrimmage a little early, and I don't have a 22 on my roster.
Yeah, he was trying to time that play, obviously. So he was trying to time it to be able to break right in there and just didn't time it as well as he wanted it to. But, boy, with 8:29 right now left, Stu, I mean, weather-wise, it looks like we're going to be okay, and we're getting another one in, which we didn't realize weather-wise we would.
Didn't you tell me not to say that a few minutes ago?
But you said at the beginning of the game. I'm saying it in the fourth quarter.
All right. Jones back to pass, throws deep down the near sideline. He's got a man. Jones, touchdown Albion. Javon Jones for the touchdown from his brother Amari Jones, and Albion is on the scoreboard, trailing 30-6 with 8:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Beautifully done.
Give Amari Jones some time, and he'll make things happen, and he does it right there. Again, we talked about how do you build off that positivity. Great drive right there. Right? Big stop on the 2-point conversion. Come out. Great return. Special teams leads into the positive. You got a great play. Albion right now, something to build off right here.
And they will go for, looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, you see Jones right out there. You don't have a holder next to him, right? This is absolutely going to be a 2-point conversion right here attempt.
And Jones rolling to the right, still got the ball. And he dives, and he's in. So the 2-point conversion is good, and it's a 30-8 game with 8:19 to go in the fourth quarter. Maritime 30, Albion 8. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Well, Albion with the long touchdown to get on the scoreboard. They still have a big hill to climb at 30-8 with 8:19 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Purple Eagles will kick it off. And the boot will be taken by one of the upmen on the far side. And once again, Maritime will have good field position out near about the 46. And look at that, a flag comes flying. Mike Binkowski threw that one. That was a good throw. He was at the 10. The flag came out to about the 30.
Two things I wanted you to look on that, Stu. So I looked where Copeland was. He was one of the upmen right there, as he had the lead block on that one. So they brought him up is what they did to try to get, if the kick was going to come, kind of hidden right there and still try to make a return is what they tried to do with him there.
Well, so the flag
is a hold.
Yeah, so that will bring that one back. That was an impressive throw by Mike Binkowski. There's the signal for the holding. I wonder if officials ever had like a flag tossing contest. Who can throw the flag the furthest?
You know that's going to be a question you're going to have to ask now, right?
Yes. And we've got Maritime.
It's like timeout, Maritime?
Yeah, they're taking a timeout, so we'll take a timeout. 30-8 Maritime, 8:10 to go in the fourth quarter. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
1st and 10 Maritime. And there's a handoff, and Boyd, it's about 5 or 6 yards there on first down. It'll be second down.
And it looked like on the tackle there was number 14, Alex Hapner on there, the senior defensive lineman.
Well, Albion getting on the board with a long touchdown pass from Amari Jones to Javon Jones. That's their only score here in the fourth quarter, but they finally got on the scoreboard, hitting on a big play. Perfectly executed. And there's a handoff and getting a first down and then some, and still going into Albion territory down to about the 45-yard line. What a run. I think that was Boyd again.
It was.
That's a great run. He just kept on going and going. A little bit of an Energizer bunny type run there.
Why did I know that was what you were going to say? You were going and going there.
So Maritime moving the ball on the ground here. We come up on the 7-minute mark here in the quarter. Handoff, and a push. Not much there that time for Boyd. He gets shoved back by the Purple Eagles defense.
And on the tackle for Albion was number 11, Elwood Hafner, the defensive lineman, senior, 5'7", 150-pounder.
Off the top of your head, you know who Maritime has next as we're getting closer and closer to Newport? Thank you, Charlie Comerford, the AD, filling us in on that one. Put you on the spot there, Tom. That was a little
I actually had it right here because we had talked about it before the game.
See, you can't get one past you, Tom.
No.
But thank you, Charlie. Second down for the Falcons. And there's a handoff and a short gain. And this will bring up third down. Believe that was Marquise Miller that time.
And I'll tell you, Albion doesn't get any easier their next game either, as they're going to go head-to-head with rivals Medina next, and that'll be another great matchup that'll be coming up.
That was when I was working at Channel 2, that was a fun game to shoot. It's a rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
All the rivalry games are great to shoot. That was fun.
We're going to be actually at Medina on Monday, as Medina will be taking on Akron on Monday for first place in the C's right there.
A Monday night football game?
Yeah, C North.
Was it scheduled that way?
No, I think this was a makeup.
Oh. Webster back to pass, throws high toward the near side, caught. And brought down at about the 1 yard line.
There is a flag right here.
Yeah, I think that's pass interference.
It is passing. We're seeing who's going against. Oh, and it looks like it's going to go against Maritime. Offensive passing interference.
So that one will come back. There's the call, definitely against Maritime. That was a push-off there near the end. And some in the crowd don't like it. Ty Parker doesn't like it. But that's the call. Looks like it was number 21, and that's one of the numbers I don't have a name for. And I don't think Coach Parker gave me that one before the game. But either way, the ball will go all the way back to the Maritime 45-yard line after the penalty. And they'll throw it again. Webster puts it up, same play, and it's caught. And brought down just at about the 1 yard line. Exact same play.
Exact same spot.
Yeah.
Right, it's about the same spot.
Yep. No penalty on that one. So it'll be first and goal for Maritime.
Is that the sun trying to come out here?
Yes.
Woo! Boy, what a throw, what a catch right there. What a way to go right back to the same play, be effective, get to the same spot. Great pass right there, great catch.
And no interference that time. It's the score is 30-8, Maritime. A nice fan came up and just asked me that. And there's the handoff and barreling forward. And stopped short of the goal line. I believe that was Littleton that time?
No, it was number 30.
Oh, we got some different guys into the game here. Number 30, and that's Naiwan Littlejohn. So a lot of guys getting to touch the ball for Maritime. Second and goal for the Falcons. And there's a handoff and going touchdown for Maritime.
And that was Littlejohn again.
And that'll make it 36-8 in favor of Maritime. So Littlejohn gets the touchdown. And it's a 36-8 game with 3:05 to play in the fourth quarter. So once again, as we've pointed out, they don't have a kicker on Maritime, so they'll go for two. And there's a handoff, and it's good. I think that was Littlejohn again. Well, and that'll make it a 38-8 game. So Maritime rolling along nicely here.
So that was actually number 27 on that one who had the 2-point conversion.
LaShawn Braxton gets the 2-point conversion. And Maritime will line it up and kick it off again. So Albion, after getting their big play for the touchdown, cannot handle Maritime coming back the other way.
So 3:05. I mean, this is a big battle. This was for first place in essence for the B North Division, right? And
well, it's kind of a convincing performance by Maritime.
No doubt. But one game, we've seen it happen all the time, right? Doesn't mean that the Albion is out of this by any stretch of the means. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see Albion come up big in the playoffs, right? It's got to be a learning, and how do you build off of it?
And the kick is taken by Jones. He's at the 20, at the 30, at the 35, and he's brought down at about the 36 or 37-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Albion. We'll see if they go back to that passing game that was.
On the tackle there was number 41, Jeremiah Shuford.
So we'll see what Albion does here. 2:57 to play, fourth quarter. Maritime up 38-8. An impressive performance by the Falcons.
And I'll tell you, this game next week is also a game to help Albion get ready for the playoffs, right? Medina, non-conference game, but will help you get ready for what you're going to see in conference in the playoffs.
It's a great rivalry. Here's Jones running out of the pocket. He'll throw on the run. Incomplete, intended for Gibson. Ball was a little bit high and overthrown. And there's a flag on the play, holding against Albion.
And that one's going to hurt. Look at where that flag is, right? So you're already talking about it's at least 5 yards in. This is going to be about a 15-yard, a little bit more penalty.
So to get a first down, they have to go out to the 47-yard line, and the ball will be spotted inside their own, right about at the 20-yard line, at the 19 it looks like. Now the down marker on the far side says second down. I thought that was a first down play.
Yeah, it was a first down play. It was a holding, so.
Should still be a first down.
Yeah. They're switching balls here is what they're doing.
2:49 to play. Jones throws, intended for Jones. That one was a little high, through his hands, and incomplete. And now it'll be second down. Have to get out to the 37 for a first down, so a long way to go. That holding penalty really hurt him on that drive. And now the down marker is correct.
Just thinking the same thing. I was watching him move it. He went to first, to third. He went kind of a different, but it looks like they got it set now.
And now quarterback Jones is going to keep it himself. He got a little bit of room to run. There's a flag. That's no surprise. That flag is at about the 25-yard line. My guess is that's another holding call after the Jones run. And that'll back him up a little bit further. Holding, Albion. So when both coaches look at the statistics after the game, they're both going to see too many penalties.
Yeah, and listen, you're always going to, I hate to say it, we're going to see holding penalties every single game. It happens.
True.
I get it. You're going to do everything to. The penalties that I think that you really need to work on that we saw here a lot today were more of the false start penalties, right? Those things are ones you can avoid and you can make sure that doesn't happen. And that's got to be some of the penalties that you can see that need to be cleaned up.
So they'll replay second down. Albion backed up in their own end of the field. Jones takes the snap. Back to pass. He throws. Caught by Gibson, and he's got some room to run. He's at the 50 and brought down at about the 39-yard line. Big gain there, and no flags. Always have to check for those flags. It's a first down. Big gain there. Amari Jones to Tyler Gibson for the big gain all the way into Maritime territory down to about the 40-yard line.
And it's funny, when I look out there, I always catch number 51 for Albion, right? Number 51 for Albion is Dane Ania. He's got yellow shoes on, and I keep following the yellow out there every time I see him.
Now Jones, back to pass. He throws. Incomplete, intended for Jones. He'll bring up second down.
You know, I'll tell you, Jones has shown you give him some time to throw the ball, and he's a very effective quarterback and has some great options right there. And as you've seen in the second half, they found ways to get him some time to throw the ball, and we've seen some great plays from him in the second half.
Fake takes this now. He's going to keep it himself. He's got some room to run there, spinning forward and gang tackled and brought back after a gain of about 8 or 9 yards.
Looked like he wanted to slide, then said, oh, wait a second, I think I can get a first down, and then kind of turned right there, but did a good job of absolutely getting the first down and a positive play for his team.
They just turned off the lights here at Johnny B. Wiley. They've been on all morning, so the weather so far has cooperated. Jones will keep it himself again, and he's got a little room to run. Looks like he's got another first down, and now the pile stops as the whistle blows. First down for Jones, and the clock continues to run. Final 30 seconds of this one. Maritime up 38-8. Albion would like nothing more than to stick it in the end zone one more time. And they're running out of time here. This will be the final 20 seconds of the game. Jones back to pass. He throws toward the end zone, intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone, intended for Jones, and picked off. And that
is the end, but there's a flag out on the field, so we got to see what this is.
Well, if the high school rule is the game can't end on a flag on the defense, we'll have another play. It looks like it's on Albion.
That should be the end of the game right there.
Was that for a personal foul?
Yes, it was a personal foul. But that should be, with now the ball going over to Maritime, that should be the game right there.
I would think, but the Falcons have come out onto the field, so maybe they'll just snap it and take a knee.
That's game. Yep, game
over. The game is over. That will do it. So Maritime with a big 38-8 win over Albion. Tom, pretty much as you called it, the play along the offensive and defensive line was a huge factor.
Yeah, and that's the difference which makes this Maritime team so strong, especially in the B division right there. Was something I've always said, watch, watch, watch. And we've been talking about in the last couple of weeks. Do not underestimate this team based upon the first two games that we saw. This team's legit, this team's for real, and they went out and proved it again.
So the teams will shake hands at the 50-yard line. Go ahead, you're going to say.
But listen, Albion's going to be there, right? They're going to be there. They learned some stuff in this game. It's the first time they've seen a line like this. And Jones saw now in the second half he can be effective. Watch out. Albion will be there right now. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with in the playoffs.
So that will do it from Johnny B. Wiley Stadium. For Heidi Gunther, our producer, Jake Harlack, our photographer, and Tom Prince with his color commentary, I'm Stu Boyer. Thank you for watching. Once again, the final score, Maritime 38, Albion 8. Have a good night, everybody.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.